Hello, everyone. Welcome to our presentation today. We're excited to give you a general overview and presentation on our upcoming 2025 Jefferson Highway Association Sociability Caravan. This will be our third year for doing such a pre-conference caravan on our way to the conference, and the last 2 years in Iowa and last year in Louisiana were a whole lot of fun. We really enjoyed the camaraderie and getting along with the group that was with us. We met a lot of great folks along the route, learned a lot, and this year will be no different and will be as or more exciting than ever as we get ready for this special event coming up. My name is Roger Bell, president of the Jefferson Highway Association. I've had the honor to be part of the organization since about 2015, when I was involved in one of the conference in my hometown of Muskogee, Oklahoma, and since then I have just really enjoyed my time and appreciate the opportunity to be the president now. And so many things are going on. It's really exciting time as we continue to make progress on bringing back this historic Jefferson Highway route across America. What we're talking about is what in the world is a sociability? I have a lot of questions about that. So, sociability runs were used by early historic highway associations. A lot of them were forming in the teens. People were starting to drive these newfangled things more. The automobiles, they were becoming cheaper with things like the Model T. People were starting to drive them, and the highways were not good. And there wasn't really established routes. So these routes were some of the first in the country, and the Jefferson Highway was one of those, and was the north-south route going from Winnipeg, Canada, all the way to New Orleans, and commonly known as the Pine to Palm Highway. In the photograph you see here, that is the original general manager of the Jefferson Highway, J.D. Clarkson, and he is in Canada, greeting the premier there. And they're starting a sociability caravan or run all the way, driving together, promoting the route together, seeing the route together, and just basically going community all the way down the route. Uh, so the concept of these was they were decorated a lot of times. They would come into your community. They would there would be some lead cars come in about 10 minutes apart. They would enter their community, so the communities along the route, and the speakers would give talks. And so about the time one was finished in their talk, the next group would be to follow them, and they may be the premier of Manitoba, the mayor of New Orleans, Clarkson, other people that were speaking about the need and of good roads, about the excitement of the Jefferson Highway, and trying to encourage communities to mark the route and to work toward the progress on the Jefferson Highway. There were several notable sociability runs across the Jefferson Highway route. One of the earliest occurred in 1916. Then there was a very one in 1917 that was a double relay run. So participants in this run, they traveled all the way from Winnipeg to New Orleans, and then they stayed just a short period of time, and then they marked their way back to Winnipeg. And there were several dignitaries involved in that, including the Premier of Manitoba, the Mayor of Winnipeg, the Governor of Louisiana, and others. Some joined part of the way, some were full route travelers in both directions. And obviously, back today, that wouldn't be such an accomplishment, but in this time period, early days of automobiles, the roads the way they were, the speed of cars. Most of them were not going 20, 25 miles an hour along these routes. It did take some time. They did have some days they stayed over, a few days in some communities just to rest or get their cars repaired. But these were great events of America. and we're going to reestablish these during our pre-conference runs, and in many ways they're very similar. Our event will be have a lot of things like camaraderie, we explore the route. We're going to educate the public as we come into the community. They're going to be people say, "What's this group coming in?" And we're going to get to talk about the highway. And we're going to dedicate some signs, and it's just a whole lot of fun. And I recommend if you have any interest, y'all, you reach out to us, you give us an opportunity to go on this one, the sociability run with us, caravan with us, or look for the next year because we will continue to do that. The caravan will welcome all types of vehicles. We've had questions on this. No, we're not driving Model Ts. We're not really even driving classic cars, but there will be some classic car people on the route from all eras. You don't have to be a 1920s car, or you can drive a 1950s, 60s cars, which you will see some in the driving other route. But most people will just be driving their regular vehicle that they take on road trips. And we'll talk about some of the ways you can decorate your car and make you part of the caravan, but you don't have to have a classic car or old car. That's not what this is about. We'll have a registration check-in each morning to kind of update how many vehicles we have, who's participating, and so on. Uh, when we drive on these caravans, we're going to be going mostly on two-lane roads, but not always. And the one this year will be some areas where we'll have to go on the four-lane road for little periods of time. But there will be some, not as much this year. Sometimes we'll be in some urban areas, but that might cause a few things. But most of the time, they'll be just driving together. Uh, there are going to be some gaps though along the route. We know people are going to want to stop, for to look at something. They might even need to get gas or go to the restroom or whatever. We expect these things to happen. This happens every year. It's no big deal. We just tell people to drive on to the next destination point and the scheduled, and just use common sense as you're enjoying your day driving the route with us. There will be a guidebook available for purchase. It's $8. It is comprehensive. It has historic stories, very quality guidebook we work on, and they include a schedule, phone numbers. It's almost a must have for at least one in your group driving the car to have. And most people like to keep them as souvenirs and such. We'll talk a little bit more about why that is as we go on, but that's the guidebook. We do have a waiver liability document prepared. That's just a general liability document that you understand that you're driving this route. It's just like you're, getting up and taking a road trip on your own. It's your own responsibility. That the organization here has no real responsibility for you. It should be understood that anyone participating in this caravan is taking on the risk as any driver would on any highways, and relieving the Jefferson Highway Association of the liabilities. If you have a problem with that, it's recommended you don't go, but most people have no problem with that. This picture is a Jefferson Highway sociability run. It was in 1917 going through the community of Leon, Iowa. And you can see, the excitement, people on the streets looking out, American flags. And we may not have exactly that in every community, but we will have some of that as people will be out to greet us and see what this group is coming into their town. Um, Sometimes along the drive, you're going to stop on your own. You may want to take a photograph. We talked about the gas needs and stuff. If you have a problem along the route, we'll have phone numbers available for you to call. And if you have a significant delay or maybe a car repair, we've had that. I know the first year we had one of those, and it's no big deal. We just we're there to support you the best we can, and so on. But we know it's going to happen on some stopping on your own. Uh, There may be understood though in these caravans, we do have some timing restrictions. We're trying to go to, from one place to our evening stop or where we need to be. Some people may be waiting for us at this specific time. It's not always easy to be perfect on that. Well, but just understand that leadership is maybe, at a break, you may be talking to people and it may be a great place, but if leadership says we need to move forward, that is, we need to do that. And there may be some schedule adjustments as the route goes on, just because that happens. We may get word of something that needs to change. If you're only going on a portion of the route, we know this year we have a little bit of that. If you're only going a portion of the route or maybe just one day, just make sure we are communicated and we understand that. We don't want to know that something's happened or haven't heard from you, or what happened to these folks? We haven't seen them. Just communicate to us your plan changes or and along the route. We'll talk about that more here. We do have car magnets and car flags that can be pre-ordered to put on your vehicle. We'll have them at the start of our caravan every day. We'll have a few there for those that don't pre-order, but it's highly recommended that you pre-order if you want or need these, and I would recommend them. They're helpful to allow people on our route to know you're part of our caravan, and they also provide some excitement and going into these communities. Be let them be aware of the importance of what we're doing and what this group is all about. If you want to decorate your vehicle in some way, like the Sociability Run cars of the past did, that's fine, and we encourage it. Just make sure that it does not have any safety hazards to yourself or others to give any issue there. We do have some fun contests and activities. We've done this from the start. It's just a kind of a fun way to do things along the route as we go. One of them is photography contest. No, you don't have to be a professional photographer, but you do, just use your own fun. A lot of you take pictures on your cell phones as you're traveling along anyway. So you can obviously use cameras too, but all you have to do is take some good pictures, things that you excite you or interesting to you, or use your artistic abilities, whatever they may be, and then you just create you can post them with the hashtag on them. Well, that's a way to do it, but a lot of it we'll have an email that you can send them to, and info at jeffersonhighway.org. And winners will be announced during the 2024 conference banquet in McAllister. And there'll be prizes and recognition, and we'll show your pictures on the screen. It's always fun to do that. The passports have been highly popular. In our guidebook, we talked about the reason to have the guidebook. The passports are very important, a lot of fun. There'll be a special passport book. The back portion of these guides will have a section, specific places and specific stamps to be obtained along the route. So you're encouraged to obtain these stamps as you complete the route. People have saved these books as souvenirs of their trip. They like to have all their uh, location stamps, and it's just a whole lot of fun. We are going to do something this year, the best souvenir contest. So as you're going through these communities, there's going to be some opportunities to go in some stores and um, uh, specific to communities and whatever. We are going to encourage you to look for special souvenirs, along your route that you pick up, and then we want you to bring your favorite souvenir from the entire caravan. It might be something unusual. It might just be something that you really was important for you to get. Bring it, and we're going to talk about those. at our conference banquet. We go through the activities of the caravan, and you might win a prize. We talked about the photography contest. It's going to have a caravan activities, roadside, Jefferson Highway, and scenic views. Those are the three judging categories. Again, you don't need to be a professional photographer. Just enjoy the route. And these photographs are very good for us because they allow us to document this caravan. And a lot of times we don't get all those pictures. If you send your favorites, your best in to us, they allow us to use those in talking about the trip or remembering it for others. Again, the passport stamp. This is last year's passport stamp in Louisiana. We'll have a new one this year, but these are very popular as we will stamp at each of our probably 4 or so per day will be normal for us of these stamps at our main stops, and that's going to be again a lot of fun. We do, if you're getting this now and you're reviewing this in early May or, even maybe even a week before the conference, look for your state's car flag. So if you're coming from Iowa, you're coming from Texas, if you're coming from wherever, you can even not even be a JH around, you can be from Michigan. We don't care. Put your car flag on your car. Not usually very much. You can get them on Amazon.com, Walmart.com. They're not a whole lot of money, and you don't need the highest quality one because this is probably just going to be something you use for this caravan. But these are kind of fun to kind of show the different states that are on the route and fun, I think, for our visitors. You don't have to have this. It's just we encourage you to do that. This is our official event logo for this year's caravan. As you can say, it says in Oklahoma. Obviously, not everything is going to be in Oklahoma on this caravan, but it's the main part of our caravan, and obviously our conference is in there. And it has the big Indian here, which we will see along the route as we will get into Veneta, Oklahoma, and that will be part of it. So this is our logo that we will have, and we hope to have these logos out to our main stop participants along the drive. Here's one of those. We're going to have the official stop logos available to display at our official stops on the route. If you're reviewing this and you're one of our stops, yes, you can get one of these. We can email it to you. We can print them, possibly get them to you. But we encourage you to put them on your business as an official stop about a week before we begin, which we will begin on Monday, June 2nd, 2025. The caravan book, we talked about this, the importance of it. It's going to have guides, going to have the stamp, it's going to have information, historic stories. $8. It's a quality thing. I think you'll enjoy having. Pre-orders are recommended. You can go to our website today and pre-order them, and we'll have them there for you. We're not mailing these. We may have a few left over afterwards if someone wanted to buy one, but in general, we are wanting you to pre-order them now. We'll have a few available at the available for purchase each day, but it will be limited. We will not guarantee you will have one unless you pre-order. Caravan merchandise is always fun. So we have the passport. We've already talked about it, but we have pre-orders now for your caravan T-shirt. The car flag is just our Jefferson Highway Association flag, but we will have those, and they will mark that they're good. As you're looking back, you can see a car flag. You can say, "Oh, they're in our group," so they do help. Highly recommend them. The car magnets are great. In fact, we've already got those in. They look really good. They will be available. They're very quality. They will stick on very well, and they won't cause any damage to your car. But we recommend those. Again, we'll have a few of those available at the each day, but they will be limited. You can go ahead and order our official Jefferson Highway caps, and we have something new this year. You can have a Jefferson Highway air freshener to hang from your rear view mirror, and those are already in too. I just got to look at those the other day. They're really cool. So you can order those now. We guarantee that if you pre-order them, you'll have one, but we can't guarantee it if you just wait to pick up that day. So go to our website, look at our store on our website, jeffersonhighway.org, and you will see ability to order all this merchandise. We will have again this year. Last year we were the first time we did it, but we had a fun Caravan Spotify music playlist with music about the state, about the route people are going to. I pretty much already created that, and that will be in your guidebook to give you further information on each one of those songs in the Spotify playlist. But it's just fun, you if you don't know what Spotify is, it is something very easy to use an app for, and you can basically get music streaming in your car. So this will be a playlist of songs that are specific to the route from all eras, all different genres. It's a fun way to have as you're driving your car. People like to listen to music when they drive in the car. Now we're going to look at the schedule for a caravan and go to look at what we are doing. And our first day is going to be a start in Joplin, Missouri, and on Monday, June 2nd. The plan is we're going to be at a special coffee place, Joplin Coffee Company, on basically, I think it is uh, 5th and Main, or very close by, and excuse me, 5th and Joplin Street, not 5th and Main, in downtown Joplin. They're gonna. This is a really neat place, and we're gonna have an area in the back reserved for us, so you can get your coffee and just kind of casually come in. We'll greet you, tell you about a few things, and then we're gonna have a story and tell us a little bit before we kick off our drive. And that drive is going to include a lunch in Galena, Kansas at the Hot Rod Hangout, which is a brand new place that really has not fully opened to the public. The plan is to do that more in the summertime, or I don't know exactly when, but the gentleman there that owns this is making a special effort to create a hamburger lunch for us. And it's going to be great in this new spot on Jefferson Highway and Route 66 in Galena. We then get to stop by our good friends at the Gearhead Curios in Galena, and that's where you see the Big A, the Muffler Man type statue, the Texaco guy there, and that gentleman portrayed there is a man by the name of Aaron Perry, who owns the place, and he's going to be there yes, and show his great place. They have Jefferson Highway souvenirs there, Jefferson Highway shirts, different things you'll want to definitely talk to Aaron and see this fun place along the Jefferson Highway and Route 66. We're going to make the routing a little bit different than some of our Route 66 friends because we're going to go along the Jefferson Highway routing. So it will, and we'll kind of veer a little bit on and off some of that at times, but don't, you'll have to follow the group there as we'll go to some routing that our Route 66 friends may not be totally understanding it, but I think you'll enjoy it once you're on there. Then we're going to stop at the old Riverton store, which is in the bottom here. It's the 100th anniversary this year in 2025. So it was a store before Route 66 and at one time was along the Jefferson Highway routing. So it will be something for us to visit them, and good place for some more souvenirs as we talked about. This is basically the day one. A little bit out of order here, but when we go back, it's the Joplin Coffee Company. This allows us to kind of show you where it is. If you look at this closely, there the former library there was is now being converted into the Schroeder Family Explorium. And on the back side of that, which is Joplin Avenue and 4th Street, there is a parking area that we are going to, we've been reserved for us. They know we're there. And that will be where we start our caravan. And that's where we recommend that you park there. Just down the street from that, not very far, certainly within most walking distance. You don't have to. You can park down there and drive down there if you want. But there's a Joplin Avenue Coffee Company. You see here, Mr. Belk. He's going to be the historian that's going to greet us here and talk to us, and it'll give us a good place to talk before we start out on the. So we were going through in Galena, and the slide before that we Riverton at the store. This is where we will end the day here. We're going to be in Baxter Springs. The Baxter Springs Museum is making special efforts because they normally are closed on Monday to come and open it up for our group when we arrive at roughly 3 o'clock on Monday afternoon. And this is a really nice museum, and we're going to learn a little bit about Baxter Springs. The director there is very knowledgeable about the Jefferson Highway and the Jefferson Highway route in that area. I've enjoyed visiting with her, and this is going to be a real fun thing. Good stop for us. We're again going to drive by the recently repainted historic Rainbow Bridge. So if you've been by that and you're Route 66 folk, you will want to take your picture at the newly repainted, restored bridge there in Baxter Springs, which predates Route 66 and likely was a Jefferson Highway era bridge. So then we will check in, and lodging, our official lodging in there in the town is a downtown, basically an inn that is downtown in a upper floors of a historic building in the downtown. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And then in the evening, we're going to have our dinner, our fun time together at the Bricks and Brews Wood Fire Grill, just along the route there. And there'll be a short historic presentation that I will give on following days drive, and then most of that night we'll have a fun time doing our version of our Jefferson Highway trivia contest, which has not been done since our Pittsburgh conference a few years ago, and we are looking forward to bringing back a fun evening of Jefferson Highway trivia with some prizes and fun. And so look forward to that in the near future. Then our lodging, here's an overview of the Little Brick Inn. They are now a member of our Jefferson Highway Historic Lodging Association. They are excited to be our host for Monday night. I can tell you this much, availability is low, likely. I have not been told as of this presentation that they are totally sold out, but it is possible because they have limited rooms in there, and they also have people driving Route 66. So we do have a block. We do have a special rate, but if you have not got that and listening to this now, you better call them immediately to see if that is available to you. There are some alternatives in the town also. And here they are. If you wanted to go to the Baxter Inn in Baxter Springs, you could do that. There is a casino, hotel, probably about 8 to 10 miles from there. That could be an opportunity. And there's a bed and breakfast if someone wanted to do that. And there's some other things. Reach out to us. We can help you if that becomes a problem to you. The next morning, we're going to leave Baxter Springs and we're going to head right into Oklahoma almost immediately. And we're going to go into the communities of Pitcher, which is basically a ghost town. That was a mining town that has now totally been gutted because of environmental and a tornado. But it's a really interesting story that we will be able to tell you. It's right on the Jefferson Highway route. And we'll go into Commerce and we'll have the opportunity to stop and see the boyhood home of Mickey Mantle in Commerce, Oklahoma, where he practiced and learned to bat off a barn that was nearby. And you'll get to see that barn, which is not in the best of repair. I don't know what its status is, but we'll get to see it and you'll enjoy that. The guided tour of the Coleman Theater is not to be missed. I mean, you're gonna really enjoy that stop. And we'll have a guide tell us the history of the Coleman, tell us how they renovated it back, all that, and that will be a great stop. We're going to go through Welch, Oklahoma, where the mayor and others are going to greet us on our way along the route. Then we're going to get into Veneta, and we're going to make a stop downtown. As of this writing, we're working on a historic sign dedication there, but not totally confirmed. But we'll know that by the time we start the caravan, and hopefully that's the case. So we're excited about that. Then we're going to get to have a great stop at our friends for lunch at the Highway Cafe in Benita, Oklahoma, which was one of our official Jefferson Highway tourist centers. And the Hilburns will be there to greet us, and there'll be a great stop. You're going to enjoy that, and that's where you're going to get to see the Big Indian and the other Muffler Man there. Just a great place for lunch and at our tourist center there. We'll be going along the route here, and then in the afternoon, we'll be making a stop in Pryor, Oklahoma. There, they are working now on a sign dedication and one of our historic signs. We're going to stop and visit one of our members, the bookstore there. It's important that we touch a lot of our members along the route. We're going to go to the museum there where they have a new Jefferson Highway display we get to see. And then we're going to go into Shodo, Oklahoma, where we also were having a historic sign dedication. There's that community has some exciting things they're working on in regards to the Jefferson Highway. Then we get to go to dinner. And I'm guessing somewhere, and that might be a little wrong at 5 o'clock, but somewhere in that area. We're going to be at dinner at Smoking Sisters Barbecue in downtown Wagner. High reviews of this place. You'll really enjoy the barbecue there. There'll be some other options if that doesn't fit your food menu needs, but this will be a fun stop to have barbecue in Wagner along the drive. Then after we touch the downtown Wagner and eat our dinner, we'll be heading out to our lodging, which will be very unique this year. We're going to drive about 8 miles off the route, but to an historic state lodge facility, one time known as Western Hill State Lodge, now known as Sequoia, right on Lake Fort Gibson. And you're going to the when this was done, we were going to be possibly inside the lodge, but the lodge technically is closed right now for some renovations. We're going to be staying in really cool these cabins right on the lake. They're basically like a motel room. They're just as nice or nicer, and It'll be fun to be all out there in these cabins together, and you can walk around and see the lake and enjoy the evening together out there. And you can call for reservations now. We have a good block of those cabins available at special rates, very good rates. Recommend you touch the look on our website. There's links and information on our lodging stops, but make sure you reserve that as soon as possible. Wednesday, June 4th, our last day of the caravan. We'll be leaving that morning. We will have a catered breakfast. There will be a fee to get the folks to bring this to us, but it's going to be really good. And I'm looking forward to it. It will be reasonable for catering to bring out there to you, and will help us speed along instead of stopping at a restaurant and stuff. And then we'll be heading on the route, and in short order, we'll be in a small community of OK, Oklahoma, and there'll be a few things to show the group there, including the remnants of an original Jefferson Highway bridge. And then we're going to go to Muskogee to see the bridge that's on the very top there. We'll be able to walk on this historic Jefferson Bridge, one of the most iconic on the route, over the Arkansas River and just to the north of Muskogee. And we are hopeful to get a signage dedication there, but not totally confirmed as of this taping, but there'll be a good stop. Then we're going to go on to a tour of the Three Rivers Museum in Muskogee. You're going to be able to see a very special Bass Reeves statue, learn about the African American Bass Reeves and how important he is to the community, and one of the most impressive involvement in the history of our country. There is a Jefferson Highway display exhibit there. You'll get to look at that. And then we're going to do something really neat. We're going to go to this tourist camp building at the original site of the Jefferson Highway Tourist Camp in Muskogee, and we are going to have lunch there and be a lot of fun. Might be a special surprise there too. So that's going to be a fun stop that I'm really looking forward to as your host. Then in the Wednesday, after we have lunch, eventually we'll leave Muskogee. We'll be heading down to Chakotah, Oklahoma, along the route and stopping in their downtown. Likely going to stop at a museum there, and then there's shopping and some good antique stores there. It's a fun little downtown that you'll enjoy. Then we'll head on to down the route and go to the Jefferson Highway community of Eufaula, Oklahoma, which is the pictured on the very bottom of this slide. And we'll see some really cool stops, including an Oklahoma store that only sells items from Oklahoma in it. And just a neat downtown that I think you'll enjoy that one too. And then something very unique this year, we're going to get to go a little bit off the route, but not too far. And we're going to lead you to something that is not a whole lot of people get to go to, and a lot of people don't know about it. But one of the most famous American outlaws in American history, a woman by the name of Belle Starr, movies made about her, TV shows with her. She's been iconic since the time she was killed in the 1880s. Um, we're going to get to go to the site of her original home in what's called Younger's Bend, and we'll get to see the grave of the legendary grave of Belle Starr. I am a historian in outlaw lawman history in addition to highway history, so I will get to, I have special knowledge of the site, and also a good friend of mine owns the site. So it will be a good stop, I guarantee. Then eventually we'll be making our way into McAllister, and we will have a welcoming in Old Town by the community there, and our uh, activities basically will be over. Here's part of Old Town that we'll be going into, and this historic restored gas station and such. We'll be right in this basically intersection as we end our caravan activities and begin the conference for those that are attending our conference. So this looks like a lot of fun, Roger. This is enjoyable. How do I register? How do I do that? So you can go to our website today, jeffersonhighway.org. You will see an event deal there. Just click on that. You can register there. You can go to our website, and there is a registration link there. Again, there's no fee for this registration, but we'd like to know you're coming. It helps us in planning, it helps us in knowing uh, some of our food issues and things like that. So it's highly important that you tell us that you're going to be part of the caravan, or you can just send us an email at info@jeffersonhighway.org and say, Roger, I want to do all this caravan, or Roger, I can't do it all, but I just want to do the last day from Muskogee to McAllister. That's fine. That helps us know that. And again, that's the best way to register. If you have any questions, reach out to us and we'll get you fixed up. Then the conference is going to start. So, this is a separate deal, but it's all part of this. Most of the people on our caravan will be going to the conference. Obviously, there is a fee for conference registration, and you can register now at very good rates at jeffersonhighway.org. This year, there's some really neat things going on. We have the bus tour with a luncheon at Reba McIntyre's place and Reba's place in Tok, Oklahoma. Some great stops. Really nice museum, a cultural center, the Choctaw Cultural Center. We're going to get a special welcoming, special thing going on there for us. We have our annual awards banquet. The Thursday night, we're going to do something really fun, in the 1920s murder mystery dinner. We're asking folks to go to that if they want to dress in 1920s period clothing, etc. That's a lot of fun. There'll be a speakers program, tours of the community, some things, just all kind of things going on. And you can get information on that on our website at jeffersonhighway.org. Reach out to us with any questions. But we are really looking forward, and we have already a very good registration list for our conference. As I speak now, I think we have 15 different states, and then we have some guests coming from Manitoba, Canada. So, and I think that's going to only grow in the next few weeks. Our host hotel in McAllister will be the Hampton Inn and Suites. You can make your reservations now in the room block with special rates. There, if you have additional maybe points or something in another chain hotel, that's fine. But the main hotel is going to be the Hampton Inn, and that will be where our bus picks us up and so on. So just an opportunity there. So you may have questions. We've gone over this kind of quickly. You may not know a lot about our organization or what. You can always ask us a question or reach out to us. The best way to do that is through an email at info@jeffersonhighway.org, and we'll get back right to you and answer your questions either through email or call you. To call you about something, we certainly can do this. By the way, this is in McAllister, so going to be a great photo op for those that are in for the Caravan Conference. Again, here's the email address, info@jeffersonhighway.org with any questions. I want to thank you for listening to this presentation. We are very excited about our third pre-conference sociability caravan from Joplin, Missouri, starting on Monday, June 2nd, and ending in Wednesday, June 4th in McAllister, and where our conference will be this year. Thank you for your attention, and I look forward to seeing many of you in the caravan and our conference this year. Thank you.